So I'm getting fed up of those reflections when I film out at the front window. I checked out quite a few things, including a polarizing filter, which I used to use, but because of the rake of the windscreen, it would actually only take out the glare from either the bottom of the windscreen or the top of the windscreen of that reflection. Again, because of the camera sits kind of like there, and the windscreens like that. So in the past on cars that have had exactly this problem, because it's not just a filming thing really, it's just the glare on the windscreen. It's distracting as you're driving as well as filming. In the past I've had something called a dash mat, which are sort of pre-made mats that fit, you know, certain types of cars, or I've just used some felt or whatever. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go back to some sticky back felt. I also put a sun strip on as well, which helps me a lot when I'm driving, because when you put these down and you've got the Remis blinds on that side, it catches on the frame for the Remis blind. So I find that is too low in my eye line, and therefore I need it kind of, well, about there, and then it's just on a cusp of not being any useful at all. So yeah, I put a tiny little sun strip on, and that helps an awful lot. And obviously now I've got the suede on there, my screen is perfect. If I just run my hand down there, you can see my hand, the reflection. So without that, you get to see the reflection of all the plastics, and that's distracting just while you're driving, let alone recording out the front for you guys to appreciate the lovely video, which obviously I've not done for a while. I haven't even got a sticky pad up there at the moment, so that needs adding so I can start to record back out of the front screen again. But yeah, quite impressed with that. Not the neatest of jobs, but it does the job, let's say. And I couldn't be bothered to go around all those stupid bits, so I kind of just pulled it taut-ish over that. But yeah, I'm happy with the result. It's not the neatest job, like I say, but I'm happy with the result that I now get a clear view. Even in sort of like direct sunlight, there's no sort of, you know, distracting sort of glare from the plastic of the dash on the screen. So another little change I've made is I removed the stand that was in the floor there for the upright table that I used to have. And obviously because there was a hole then in the mats, and because the mats were looking a bit worn anyway, they were down for like 18 months or so, I got some new mats. It's like 40 quid for 2 mats. The offcut of that bit there goes in my toilet. So I get a full coverage of mats, and then like I say, a little one there for the toilet. And especially in winter, stops your feet from getting cold in the cold nights. But for the rest of the time, like if you got dirty outside like that and you walk in, you can just use my brush or the Hoover, clean them off, and then yeah, happy days, clean floor again. And for the last few weeks we've just been, I say we, royal we, Mandy and I, sort of like moving around the northwest area. Mandy's had a few more hospital appointments, and we've had some things that we went to do as well, and I've not really been filming a lot, to be fair. So if you want to check out what we've been doing, go check out Mandy's channel. Spent 5 months working on that epic video for the John and Mandy channel, so it's taken it out of me, if you like. But to a certain degree I've got my mojo back, but it's kind of like my editing mojo. I'll probably get vlogging and things like that again better. But yeah, the film that I've made for John and Mandy channel, if you've got an hour and a half spare, then go watch it. I think I will go to make longer timed videos now rather than short span vlogs, mainly because I think if people want to watch something like for a few minutes, they're going to skip through my video anyway, which ultimately tells YouTube that don't watch or don't suggest this video to other people. Whereas if people watch it without skipping, it actually gets sort of like a higher ranking, if you like, on YouTube. So as a YouTuber, that's quite useful. Some people do clickbait titles, and that gets them the views they're happy with and all that. I would prefer to have a smaller amount of views from people who watch the content without skipping. That's my view of it anyway. So yeah, I've spent 5 months making a video, documentary film, if you like, about the 8 years of our van life journey, including 5 years of us actually, which it is now, 5 years of living in a van. So if you've not watched that one already, go check it out. Just do John and Mandy, and then it's the last video or the latest video on that channel. If you have watched it, let me know what you thought about the longer format and the editing and things like that. But yeah, it kind of got me back into it as I started off editing, which was before YouTube started messing with my head about what I should be doing to get, you know, a successful video on YouTube. And yeah, I think YouTube spoiled the dynamics of being a YouTuber because they've turned it into a business as such. And I'm fortunate enough that I don't rely on the income from YouTube. They put their adverts wherever they want in there, and then they pay me a small fee, and that's just the way it is. Apparently if you have YouTube Premium, you don't need to watch the ads, or you don't get to watch the ads, so that's quite nice. I kind of, after 5 months of making that video, having a bit of a break, I've appreciated it. I've not filmed so much because it took a long time to make that video. Filmed little bits, mainly for updates on John and Mandy when Mandy was ill in hospital. And obviously that other week, filmed that little sort of like walk around the canal park up when I was mentioning about, you know, sort of the way van lifers sometimes don't respect other van lifers or park ups. That seems to have got mixed reviews, people blaming me or people like me for suggesting that, you know, I've got the influence to bring in thousands, hundreds of thousands of people into the van life community. I don't think I've got that kind of influence, sorry. But anyway, hey ho. Yeah, but I think it went down all right anyway. But yeah, we've been out, and today made our way over and found a bit of sunshine because I want to go out and cycle. Now, you remember the bike I recently did the unboxing, ASMR without any talking. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that again. I just thought it was interesting. But I really kind of liked it. So I made it fit in my van by dismantling it somewhat. So yeah, I take the front wheel off. Then I have to put the handlebars down, and then obviously to use it I need to put the handlebars back up again and put the front wheel back on and put the seat on, and that means it can go under my bed, so that's all hunky-dory. However, I did want to point out that a lot of people said on the last video of this bike that it was mid-drive, and it's not. It's a rear hub motor, so it has got this assembly in what might be seen as the mid-drive area, so the crank area, which is actually a void where all the cables and the controllers and everything like that are all stored on a bike. And crucially, for those of us who do go off-road an awful lot, there's a little cable in there, and if you kind of detach the cable from both ends of itself, because they've made it so that it does that, yeah, you get full power out of the bike. Alright, let's go and have some fun in the sun. I don't think this is as good as the Hover Air at tracking. Seems to be skirting all over the place. Fair enough, right now the sun is all over the show. So you've got flasher lights, not flasher lights, whatever. But yeah, I did buy the new DJI Neo because I thought I've got all the other DJI stuff and the other DJI controllers compare with this, and then you can use it as an actual drone and controller and everything like that. Plus, if you pair the DJI Mic 2 over Bluetooth with it, then you can use it and it kind of like, you know, removes all the wah of the drone noise.
3, 2, 1.
So this is my first manual control flight. It's there. It's not far, but it's saying, keeps saying signal lost. So I wonder if it does return to home or not. Didn't say home point calculated or anything like that. It's noisy. But at least it's slow. It's not daft fast, crazy fast or anything like that. So you're going to get nice cinematic shots. I can still see it, which is good. So let's stop recording. Yeah, return back and down. So it's fairly responsive. So does it hand? Well, there you go, and it actually hand lands as well. So that's quite good. You get used to it, I guess, and, you know, cope with it. But you can see from there, like, how good the gimbal is at side to side and up and down. So it's coping quite well, being that angle. There you go. I'll keep playing with it anyway, but for now, yeah. These clip-on things are a bit flimsy, but you know, is what it is. Does fit in the pocket all right. Pocket. Right. We're getting close to the road now, which is where it starts to get interesting, because you start to climb. So this is a really steep hill now, and this was part of me wanting to see if this was going to be my new bike. It's how well it climbed these steep hills. Fair enough, I'm in first gear. It's got 9 gears, but I only had to bump that up to assistance level 3. So that's not too bad. I did have to take the rear rack off to fit it in my van, so it fit under the bed. What the hell? Oh, I've got a stick caught. It appears that decided to change from first gear, which is that one there, to 9th gear, which going up hills like this, it's not fun. So let's just change back into first gear. There we go. So there's Sutton Bank. It's so steep, they don't allow caravans up it. Let's see how I get on. First gear, power 3, wait for a break in the traffic. Let's go. Straight for the power 5, because you know, I don't want to ruin myself. Nearly there. That was so much of a climb. Then my ears were popping on the way up. And I realise now how stupid I've been because I didn't set off a cycle thing on my watch. Oh, what an idiot. That is a lot of hill to climb. I'm about 16 stone, which is about 108 kilos or something like that. And the bike's 40 kilos. So, you know, let's just be kind to both of us. And say, yeah, it's about 150 kilos to cycle up a hill like that. And now I'm going to do the other bit. You know, while I'm warmed up and ready for it. Baron, I still can't do that at full speed. Come on. See if we can get some air. Woohoo! Woohoo! I don't know where it lost me, but I can hear it. Oh, there you go. Oh, watch out. Oh, ho, ho. So it is quite good. As soon as I go back and find it, that's where I stopped. And I went kind of like round there about, I don't know, 15, if that. So I guess it's all right. It's obviously a toy, but its speed is the limitation. Take it easy, and yeah, you'll be good. Come on then, little fella. You probably appreciate my little bag. You can fit a bottle in that side and a bottle in that side, and all my droning gear and like a few spares and bike lock and everything in there, because obviously I haven't decided if I'm keeping this yet. But it was just a random thing I ordered off of Amazon. Oh, G4 free. If some of you are thinking why G4 free, check the reg out on my van in other videos, then you'll get it. So, as you can see, folks, full throttle without pedalling. So, let's go through there. Bloody stunning views up here though, especially in good weather. Just like, oh yeah, see for miles. Absolutely love it. And you get a good separation of people walking down there and the bike track up here. You get some sheepies to look at. Yeah, baby. Lovely. Go back on the road. Had a good hour or so. What we at? Maybe a bit more, hour and a half, yeah. And feel better now. Not been out on a bike for, well, not for a proper ride like that, bombing it around everywhere, for a long time. Probably down in Cornwall. So it's been nice to get out, and what a beast to get out and use it as well. This is great. Loads of power. Fair enough, there isn't if you're not pedaling, but as long as you put the cadence in, the force in, that torque sensor picks up and you get all the power you need then. Just to show you as well, I know I talk about power and having fun and going fast or whatever, but you can probably tell by my breath, I'm quite out of breath. So I do put a lot of effort in, and I obviously climbed Sutton Bank with battery assistance. I'm not going to try and lie on that one. And I've been bobbing it around all the forests and Sutton Bank cycle centre and that. And yeah, battery's at 86%. I got a bit of a headwind now. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm just assuming the microphone's working. Good bike. There you go, that's all it fitted and anchored down. I will get inside and put another anchor over the rear wheel, so that's it, fastened down. Put my little cover over there. And there we go. So yeah, I'm happy about that. My step's still there, so I can get in. Doesn't really foul with anything. My tools are all go in there. Laundry bag goes in there. And like I say, it's all fastened down, strapped down, so it isn't going to go anywhere. Yes. Oh, I do love it. It's a very nice bike. It's not a review, by the way, or anything like that. I just wanted to talk about the bike. So it's the first time I've taken it sort of proper off-road, and the first time I've ridden it up really steep hills, and I am so impressed with it. As you know, normally I would modify bikes. I'd change the tyres to more suitable tyres for off-road, so puncture resistant, you know, sort of like a bit more hardcore, almost motorbike tyres. Then I'd fill the inner tubes with puncture sealant stuff. I have filled these inner tubes with puncture sealant stuff, so that's done it. But I think those tyres are actually all right. Coped really well on road and really well on the tracks, especially because it was like, you know, a lot of leaves everywhere and mud or anything like that. Felt I had a lot of grip, so that was all right. The 9 gears coming up Sutton Bank and all the forest bits around there, yeah, they were good gears. Certainly first gear with some assistance got me up Sutton Bank, which is, if you've ever been that way, you would know that it's a steep road. So yeah, I'm well impressed with that. I myself, fitness level and stuff, you know, I'm not the best. So if I can get up that hill on that bike, yeah, it's sort of like a bit of a rubber stamp of a seal, you know, seal of approval, if you like, that it's a good bike and the gears are really good and it's got some strength in the motor and that. As for 9th gear, Yeah, I can do like 20 odd miles an hour in ninth gear and still not feel like I am, trying to chase the pedals, if you like. So I've still got a lot of force and momentum on the pedals to go out there and do tracks, on road, off road, hills, jumps, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, check out the Cyrusher Trax. I'll put a link in the video description down below. And I think they gave me an offer code as well, like 80 quid off. I completely forgot about to mention that in the last video. Actually, I didn't talk in the last video, so it probably explains why. There we go. Hope you liked the video, and I'll catch you, like I say, in a week or something like that, when we talk about Starlink again, Starlink 3 versus a Starlink Mini. Right, take care, folks. That's how they talk around here. See you later. Bye.